And good evening. We are live here from South Lafourche High School's Memorial Stadium for this district matchup between the South Lafourche Tarpons and the E.D. White Cardinals. Casey Gisclair here with Coach Brian Callais. And Brian, just go ahead and get it out of the way right out front. The Tarpons are going to be trying to slay a dragon today. They're facing an E.D. White team that comes in with a really good record, a really talented team. We're watching them warm up. They got a lot of big boys, a lot of size. They run that triple option. Maybe the best team South Lafourche will take on all season. But, Brian, you got them at home, so anything can happen on any given Friday night.
Yeah. You're right. It happened with East St. John a few years ago. But, look, South Lafourche is going to have to play a complete game. You're going to have to keep the ball. I think long drives keep the ball away from E.D. White's offense. And on defense, E.D. White is going to throw a bunch of things at you. Man, they come with counters, tosses on the outside. They go screen passes. They hit the ball down the field. They can look for their tight end. They just wait. They wait and wait. And when one person's out of position, they're going to attack it.
You know, the scary part about this E.D. White team is they are 3-1. They've got wins over Holy Cross. They've got win over Hahnville. Last week they beat Ellender. They've been one of the most injury-ravaged teams in the entire area. They have had, at one game, the Hahnville game, they had 7 starters out with injury. Tonight, they got maybe 1 or 2. They are pretty much healthy. They're pretty much full go. And I know Coach Lasang said, hey, we're beefing up our schedule. We want, and the expression he's been saying is, we don't want our toughest game to be in Week 11, meaning we don't want our first playoff game to be our toughest game of the season. They're battle-tested, and now they're coming today trying to keep that momentum rolling after a 60-0 win over Ellender last week.
And look, in that select division at the end, they're going to have some tough teams in that place in the playoffs. But look, the Cardinals are battle-tested early on. After tonight, we halfway through a regular season, and I think their front half of the schedule is tough. It may ease up a little bit for them in the second half of the season, but look, again, the Tarpons are going to have to come out and play a clean game. No silly mistakes. You can't afford to get unsportsmanlike conduct penalties against an E.D. White Cardinal football team.
We were looking at the district rundown. Tonight we got a lot of scores we'll be following. Terrebonne and Destrehan, Vanderbilt and Lutcher, Thibodaux and East St. John. I mean, we got so many quality games around the area, and hopefully tonight our game is going to be a really good one as well. Brian, you want to go ahead and get to the stats, my friend?
Yes, let's see if we can get the stats pulled up on the screen real quick.
South Lafourche in the last game against South Terrebonne, Josh Mack was 11 of 22 passing, 151 yards, a touchdown, no interceptions. Brian, Josh, it wasn't his most efficient game, but boy, when it mattered, he hit some good ones. He looked really poised in the pocket, and he was under pressure a lot throughout the game.
Especially in the second half, the third and fourth quarter, the Tarpons converted some big third and fourth down plays to keep touchdown drives moving. And you're right, it wasn't his stat-wise, his best game, but he commanded the offense well once again.
No doubt. We could go to now the rushing stats for the Tarpons game against South Terrebonne. Oh, Meathead was running wild. 31 carries, 138 yards. Dre Hughes was a good change-up, 5 carries for 21. And then Jarvis and Terrence Petrie each got a couple of carries. And then Josh Mack was sacked a few times. That would lead for his rushing yards. But Meathead, 31 touches. And I was talking to his mother as I was walking into the stadium. She said, hey, he gets stronger as the game goes on. It's going to be another night where South Lafourche is going to want to give 21 the football an awful lot.
Stronger as the game goes on offense and on defense.
That's exactly right.
Because he's playing a lot of snaps on defense lately, and he's in great shape. And just love the way he runs the football. It's downhill. He falls forward every single time. Now, this is going to most likely be his biggest test in running the football tonight against a Cardinal defense.
On the receiving side, South Lafourche had Jacob Pierce have a big game, 4 catches for 60 yards. Landon Jarvis, 5 catches for 58 yards. And then Terrence Petrie only had 1 catch, but it was a big one. It was the go-ahead touchdown, 1 catch for 33 yards. We're still baffled as to how he got that open on that play. And, boy, Tarpons are developing some depth there, but it's not listed. And Dravian Hughes got a 2-point conversion. That don't count officially in the stats, but they got 4 weapons that are making some things happen.
And look, Terrence may get frustrated a little bit when I only got 1 target. Well, look, teams are going to start trying to take him away if they got any sense. And the thing with the Tarpons, Jacob Pierce, Landon Jarvis, Dre Hughes, they can step up and they catch the ball. And most importantly, I'm impressed with They know what to do with the ball once they catch it. There's no dancing around. They're trying to get to the end zone.
No doubt about that, my friend. Let's see. We got our season stats. Josh Mack on the season, passing 47 and 106, 648 yards passing. Boy, earlier in the season, he had way more interceptions than touchdowns. He's closed that gap. It's 5 touchdowns, 6 interceptions now. Mack has really come on strong. He's had a couple of really nice games in a row.
Yeah, he has. And like we talked about, he commands that offense. He knows where everyone's supposed to be. And I think tonight the offensive line is going to have to protect him where he can get his check downs, and the first receiver may not always be open. He's going to have to hit some of his check downs.
The season rushing statistics for South Lafourche: Meathead with 82 carries, 335 yards rushing, 3 touchdowns. The second leader on the team is Indravian Hughes with 13 carries, 66 yards rushing. The Tarpons also have Jacques Billiot, 4 carries for 14 yards in some mop-up duty. But, man, it's pretty much been a two-headed monster. Dardar and Hughes are the 2 guys in that backfield.
Yeah, look, I'm waiting for Hughes to have a breakout game. I thought he was going to have one last week. Tonight may be the game where he's going to have a breakout game when you're going to key on Dardar. And I think Dre Hughes can come and get some rushing attempts tonight.
On the receiving side, South Lafourche has some weapons. Terrence Petrie, probably the leading receiver in our area, 21 catches, 363 yards with 4 touchdowns. Is that a 6 or an 8? 363 or 383? 663, 363, there you go. Landon Jarvis, 15 catches, 183 yards and a score. Jacob Pierce has been coming on big, 9 catches for 123 yards. Dre Hughes, 6 for 43 with a score. Meathead, 1 catch for 43 yards. And Elliott Sheremy, 1 catch for 5 yards. Those are the offensive stats for Big Blue on the season, my friend. We're going to need some big individual performances tonight for the Tarpons to try to get a win.
Without a doubt, they're going to have to spread the ball around. EDY is going to take your best threat away. Someone else is going to have to come up and beat you. And looking forward to a great game.
Let's thank State Bank and Trust Company. Banking you could count on. Member FDIC. Thibodeau Regional Health System, a leader in bringing the latest and best technology to our region. Duck Fab, from custom metal fabrication to commercial, municipal, and residential HVAC ductwork. And also Terrebonne General Health System and the Community Sports Institute. They are presenting sponsor of the Sports Corner, which will be tomorrow from 10 to noon on ESPN 100.3. And a reminder, tonight's injury reports and injury timeouts are brought to you by Thibodeau Regional Medical Center, a leader in bringing the latest and best technologies to our region. Our coin toss a little later on will be brought to you by State Bank and Trust Company, banking you can count on, member FDIC. We welcome Coach Travis Douglas into the house. He's going to be all right, we'll go ahead and bring that down to you guys there whenever we have our coin toss. A little later, we got our starting offensive lineups and starting defensive lineups. The offensive lineup is brought to you by Lady of the Sea General Hospital, and the defensive lineup brought to you by the Terry L. Hunter III Foundation. Our home team first downs are brought to you by Golden Motors, where price is priority. Our kickoffs tonight are brought to you by PMC Insurance. Touchdown passes and long passes down the field are Blue Boot Bombs, brought to you by the Blue Boot Foundation. The red zone tonight for South Lafourche is brought to you by Absolute Fitness. Tackles for a loss by the South Lafourche defense are brought to you by the Terry L. Hunter III Foundation. And at the end of the night, Brian and I will break down our Power Player of the Game, brought to you by the Gin Gators. We're going to catch a break, Brian. When we get back, do we have Coach
Yes,
Kyle
Kyle
Lasing? All right, so let's go ahead and make a 2-minute break. When we get back, Coach Kyle Lasing will be joining us here. It's the pregame. We got Tarpons and Cardinals here on ESPN 100.3. Welcome back here to South Lafourche High School. Brian, I think we are ready for our first pregame coaches interview. Let's send it to Coach Travis Douglas. Coach Douglas, let's see if we could get his attention.
Waiting for Coach Kyle Lasang. Interview with Coach Travis Douglas, who's going to be joining us tonight on the broadcast, our sideline reporter.
Trying to get his attention. We'll make it work. We'll get him in just a second. You work on that. Brian, we're going to get Coach Lasang doing such a good job. And Travis Douglas, take it away.
Hey, guys. Got Coach Kyle here. Coach Kyle, if you don't mind, talk to us about how you guys worked this week in practice and the health of your team here.
Thought it was a productive week. We're still kind of trying to piece some guys together. About midweek, we had some illness hit. So, yesterday was kind of moving people around, trying to get them in the right spots. Hopefully everybody's back tonight at close to 100%. So the week was good. Still trying to get some guys back to full health, so we'll still have some guys missing. But I thought we had a great week. Got cut short a little bit yesterday, but it was a good week of practice. Hopefully we're ready for the road trip. I thought the ride here was fine. It's just the first time we play an away game, so it's a different situation for us.
Well, good deal, Coach. Well, thanks for the time. Good luck to you tonight.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Good job by Coach Travis Douglas, doing a great job there. A little curious to hear him say, man, they got bit by the sickness bug again. That's the second time this season that they fight that. Curious to see if it leads to anybody being out of the lineup.
But did you catch what he also said, that they close to 100%?
That's not good news for the rest of the year.
I kind of got a little nervous, to be honest, when I heard that.
Look, he did mention the point of, okay, it's the first road game. They have played every single game at home this season, which means next year they're going to play their first 4 games on the road. But they'll worry about that when they get here. But do you worry about that as a coach? The first time you got to load up the equipment, get on a bus. And I know it's not a huge drive from Thibodaux to Galliano, but it's the first time you do it. And you coaches, you fear the unknown. I'm sure that is something Coach Lasang is worried about.
Hey, it is. Look, it's a different routine. What you're going to do with the kids after you. If it's a home game, you might eat a little later. If you have a pregame meal, now you're going to have to eat a little earlier to get on the buses and come, and you're traveling. It is. It's different. And to have your first 3 games at home or 4, whatever, 4 games at home, that's big for the Cardinals. And they should be able to manage it, but still always the first time when you come into travel, you will be a little anxious on certain things.
Just go ahead and say it, Brian. You coaches can never be happy about anything, right?
Never.
No doubt. Well, I'm a little curious. Why are we about to take the field so early, Chief? There's still 15 minutes on the clock. Both teams are about to run out.
They're going to have an Ed Daniels tribute.
Oh, okay.
Tonight.
That's good to know. Okay.
So,
and that's also a wonderful thing, by the way.
And we have an interview with Coach B.J. Young. I don't know if you want to go to that now.
Yeah, let's go ahead and get that. Let's go ahead and play Coach B.J. Young's coach's interview with Coach Brian Callais here.
See if we can get it up on our screen.
All right, Tarpon Nation, get on your feet. The time is now.
Well, we are having trouble with it.
On the defense, our starters tonight, number 50, Braxton Peete.
Yeah, we're looking for the interview as the Tarpons are getting ready to take the field again. We're going to have a tribute to Ed Daniels, longtime sportscaster in the New Orleans area, who passed away. He was covering the Saints out at training camp and had some type of heart issue.
An absolutely awesome man, unfortunately taken from us way too soon. Tarpon starters are being announced right now.
Tarpons are going back to introducing their starters one at a time.
That's part of the reason why they're running out a little early.
Number 12, Joao Rujo.
So, Brian, let's go ahead and do this, man. I know that we got a little bit of a snafu with the interview. What are some keys to victory? What do the Tarpons have to do to get the win tonight?
I think they're going to have to play mistake-free football. You can't come out and make silly penalties. You can't turn the ball over. And on defense, you got to play fundamental defense. You have to be in the right position. Do your job. Don't worry about doing someone else's job, because if you do, they're going to find that weakness.
South Lafourche played an offense similar to this in week 1 against Thibodaux. It didn't go well.
All right, we're here with Coach B.J. Young, head
Callais earlier in the week.
Number 1, Garrett P. Number 20.
Looking for trusted, experienced insurance coverage? Call Bill Chavert, owner of PMC Insurance and formerly of Chavert Insurance of Tuttle. With over 20 years of experience, we're now proudly independent and here to protect what matters most to you. Visit us at 200 Highway 3161, Suite 3 in Tuttle. Call us at 985-325-3188 or email quote at PMCINSLLC.com. PMC Insurance. Protection you can trust. Service you deserve.
PIF, corporate headquarters located right here in Galliano, Louisiana, offers clients a single point of contact to utilize over 19 strategically located facilities, 2,600 plus employees, and 20 service lines serving upstream, midstream, and downstream markets. PIF aligns their services with operations from the conceptual stage to construction, commissioning, and asset maintenance with their complete turnkey service portfolio. Learn more and join their growing team today at www.pify.com.
Whether you've been injured in a car or in a boat, call Specialty Near Injury Warriors. We fight for the win.
Welcome back to South Lafourche High School. We are having a invocation for Mr. Ed Daniels.
Playing our national anthem in F&F formation.
All right, we are back here. We have the coin toss brought to you by State Bank and Trust Company coming in just a
We'd
second.
also like to recognize
How do I get back to the screen?
tonight that performed for us before.
So for those of you not here in attendance, pretty cool. The band got in an FNF formation to honor Friday Night Football and the life of Mr. Ed Daniels.
And cadet by the first class, Tiberius LeBlanc.
A cloud.
As the Tarpons have taken the field, E.D. White will be joining them in just a second. They're getting some final instructions from Coach Kyle Lasang.
Just some cloud cover. Like a sky.
And here comes E.D. White. They're going to be running through their little setup there.
Okay, I have
Hey,
to go.
Casey, it's still early, right? We took the field.
Yeah. This is one where if the White Hat really would like, we could probably start this one before 7 o'clock.
Yes. We tried to have a Coach Young's interview. We're not sure if it went out
Yeah, some.
to our audience on YouTube.
I think it went to the
radio.
audience on YouTube. I don't think it did to the audience on the radio. But it's okay. We'll get that ironed out.
Lafourche Tarpon Band.
Here comes E.D. White.
And here come the
Now it
Cardinals.
says Finder. It says Finder. It doesn't say production truck.
Cardinals take the field. What a job Coach Kyle Lasang has done with this
Yes.
E.D. White team.
Captains.
Yeah, very good job by Coach Carlos saying year in and year out. Captains for the Tarpons, number 73 is Maurice Delight, number 47 is Darrell Jones, and 45 is Talon Dewey.
14 and 57 for E.D. White. That's Cooper Passman and Tyler Pritchard.
Captains
All
for
right,
Cardinals,
fine.
number 14, Cooper Passman.
And Mr. Travis Douglas is going to give us our coin toss today. Brought to you by State Bank. Travis, whenever you're ready, pot up and let's go.
All right, gentlemen, y'all go ahead and shake hands. All right, gentlemen, congratulations on being chosen as captains tonight, gentlemen. Gentlemen, we are going to stress sportsmanship out here, gentlemen. We came out here to play football and nothing else. Came out here to play football and have fun. All right, so that's all I want to see out here is having fun and playing football, gentlemen. E.D. White, you are the visiting team, so you will call the toss. I have on the top the defending Eagles. That will be heads. On the backside, I have the armed forces. That will be tails. What is your call?
Tails.
Tails is the call. Heads.
We want the ball.
You want the ball. Which goal would you like to defend?
Won the toss.
Tarpons won the toss.
There you go. Thanks, Coach. South Lafourche wins the toss. They want the football.
They've elected to receive.
So the Tarpons will be taking over the first possession, having an opportunity to maybe try to make a little early noise. Brian, before we get rolling, you want to get our starting lineups?
Yeah, let's get the starter lineups for the Tarpons tonight.
And it sure does look like we're getting rolling early because the clock has been
And
reset.
the rain's coming down, too. We're getting the Tarpon offense. Left tackle is Bo Georges. Left guard is Bennett Bourgeois. Center's Carter Callais. The right guard, Sawyer Wells. Right tackle, Maurice Delight. Wide receiver, Dre Hughes. Jacob Pierce. Landon Jarvis. And Terrence Petrie. Running back is Landon Dardar. And the quarterback is Josh Mack.
That was the starting offense brought to you by Lady of the Sea General Hospital. The starting defense brought to you by the Terry L. Hunter III Foundation. On the defensive line, Braxton Petrie, Darrell Jones, Jonah Otan, Sawyer Wells. The linebackers, Talon Dewey, Landon Dardar, Joao Arujo. The corners, Terrence Petrie and Trent Gode. And the safeties, Tyrese Edwards and Ress Dewey. Let's have some fun here down the bayou. E.D. White has probably the best kicker in the area. Not probably. They've got the best kicker in the area.
What is this music?
Ty Powell. Yeah, at some point they're going to have to turn that off, right? We're underway. There it is. Powell does what he does. Kicks it out of the end zone. Not just to the front of the end zone, out of the back of the end zone. And it'll be 1st and 10 for South Lafourche at the 20.
The rain is coming down here at Memorial Stadium. I'm not sure who that favors.
I don't know.
I know a lot of times they say the offense has an advantage because they know where they're going.
I know this. The team that pitches the ball is probably not thrilled about it, and that would be E.D. White.
But how many times they actually going to pitch it? They just skip to the fullback or quarterback keeps. You don't see many pitches.
Tarpons will play 1st and 10 from the 20 in the gun. Meathead with Mack. Ball smack dab. Oh, look at this. Mack's not ready for the snap. He falls on it at about the 1-yard line. Well, that's not a great way to start the game. And it is going to be
a 17-yard loss.
2nd and a mile now. They do put the ball at the 3. Tarpons still in the gun. They come with a hard count. In a 4-receiver shotgun set. Mack will take the snap. Throws it to the corner. It's caught by Pierce. He's tackled right away. It's about the 6-yard line. Brought down by Jax Trish.
Good route by Pierce for the Tarpons. Picked up a few on the play.
The shame of it, that would have been a good first down play if not for the fumble. Picked up about 3 or 4. Tarpons are at the 6. They've got to get to the 30. Let's see if BJ has anything in his bag of tricks here. 4-receiver set, strong side of the field to the right. Mack has time, shoots it as far as he can down the field, looking for Hughes. Little contact, but no flag.
Intended for Hughes.
Not a bad idea given the down and the distance, but the Tarpons are going to have to punt it away.
Yeah, I mean, look, if you throw it, it's intercepted, kind of like a punt, but actually that ball was closer to being completed than what I thought when it first left his hands.
Yeah, Dre ran under it pretty well. The Tarpons are going to bring out their traditional punt formation, but with a new punter. Landon Jarvis will be the punter.
Guy uncovered here. But
and this is an old school punt formation. This is not the new style. Jarvis is going to go with the rugby kick, and he gets it away. It's going to bounce at the 25, and it's going to roll to the 35, where it'll be killed there. But E.D. White will have pristine starting field position, and Jarvis has about a 30-yard punt.
In these wet conditions, you got to be careful. If you're punting the ball and you're doing that running style punt, that you don't slip on that turf when you're planting your foot.
That's a great point. That could have been a safety. But here comes E.D. White, led by Grant Barbera.
In our coach's interview, we talked to Coach Young about how important field position is. E.D. White in great field position.
In that triple formation, Douglas in the backfield. It is a pitch to the outside, looking to turn the corner. Nice hole across the 30, cutting back inside, driving to the 18 is number 9, Ben Guidry. So E.D. White gets a big old gain on first down.
19-yard gain. And one thing on film, you watch E.D. White's offensive line, watch them explode off the ball. And they had great blocking downfield.
72, Tommy Bauer. 77, Hudson Semino. 55 would be Hudson Onkale. In that triple set, they hand it up the middle. Nope, quarterback keeps it, bouncing to the outside, cutting in. That's a touchdown. So, a very good fake. He fooled me, did Barbera, and he waltzes into the end zone. It's 6-0 E.D. White. Great start to the game for the Cardinals.
Cardinals go 2 plays, 35 yards for the touchdown, capped off by a 16-yard touchdown run for the quarterback.
I see no indication that they're kicking an extra point, which is a little surprising. Now, here they come.
Powell set the kick for the Cardinals.
Powell will be kicking it away. Snap is there, kick is up, and it is almost into the road out there. So It's 7-0 EDY. Let's take a 1-minute break real quick. The Cardinals get an early touchdown. We'll be back on ESPN 100.3, the Tarpon Sports Radio Network.
The camera, it came up memory card full.
Powell's kick goes out of the back of the end zone, and the Tarpons will take over from the 20 again, playing a 1st and 10.
What a luxury to have a kicker.
Oh, yeah.
Kick it in the end zone.
Yeah, look, and when he's kicking it out of the back, so even if he doesn't get all of it, he's still going to kick it into the end zone. So 1st and 10 for the Tarpons. The last drive was over before it even got started with the bad snap on 1st down. Let's see if the Tarpons can make amends for that. 4-receiver set. Mack looking to throw. Shoots it down the middle, nearly intercepted. It was intended for Jarvis. It was deflected by Charlie Dietrich.
That's a great play by our linebacker right there. He stayed in his zone and dove to knock the ball down.
Remember, BJ told us during Wednesday's interview, he said 7's the best defensive player we're going to see this year. Well, that was him, Charlie Dietrich. As the rain begins to fall here in Memorial Stadium, 4-receiver set. Mack will hand it to Meathead. Nice little gain. Oh, he's driven back hard by Dietrich. So picked up about 3.
Yeah, look, tonight, the Tarpons, you go into the 2nd level, you're going to have to block these linebackers at the 2nd level. You're just not going to run up to them. You got to make contact and drive them.
9:20 and counting in the opening quarter. E.D. White turned a short punt into a quick touchdown. 3rd and 7. Mack gets the snap. It's a screen. They get it to Dardar. Dardar has to make a man miss, and he trips. Comes up just a hair short. It was a good play call. Dardar just a hair short, and it'll be 4th and 2.
Again, the Tarpon offensive line is getting to the linebackers, but not staying with contact. They're just tapping them, and Dietrich did a good job of stopping that screen.
Will this be the old Josh Mack punt? Let's see. 4th and 2. Tarpon's trying to draw him off. Directing traffic. He has Dardar in the gun with him, and Mack's going to punt the football. Here it comes. There's the snap. There's the kick, and it's a good one. It'll roll across the 35 to about the 30, across the 30. Good job by Josh Mack there flipping the field. So E.D. White will take over at their own 28-yard line.
Good punt. Almost got blocked again. Mack did a good job of getting rid of that ball quick.
So the Cardinals will play a 1st and 10.
But off the bonus, also donate a $300 gift certificate for all of their specialty meats. Fill up your freezer. Get your half and half.
See if the Tarpons could get a little bit of a better push this time.
Tarpon offense is going to have to get something established to give this defense a little rest. They only went 2 plays so far, but don't like the trend here.
Yeah, for sure. 3 and out, 3 and out. First and 10. Barbera will keep it on the outside, cutting back inside. He's going to be stacked up near the 40, and another gain of about 12. So a real nice gain for E.D. White.
Grant Barber will keep the ball.
Barbera is smooth with the football, Brian. It's hard for us to even tell whether or not he's handing it off.
Yeah, the execution is on point right now for the Cardinals. It's tough to find that football. Now watch the Cardinals here. They do a lot of screens to their receivers and counter plays here. This might be a good spot.
1st and 10 from the 43. Barbera, play action. Shoots it to the sideline, caught. And making a man miss and going to the turf is Philip Hillman. And that'll be a gain of 17 and another first down. Tarpons are lucky the turf monster tripped up Hillman, as if not, he was going to house call that one.
That was a great route by Hillman and a good catch.
7:27 and counting in the opening quarter. Edie White on the move again. Barbera rolls out, play action, under some pressure. That's a busted play. He's going to get tackled for a loss. Brought to you by the Cherry L. Hunter III Foundation. There's a rare mistake from the Cardinals. That was something was off with that play there.
Yeah, they looked to kind of roll him out to the right side, and the Tarpons were all over that play.
It was number 60 for the Tarpons, Sawyer Wells on the sack. We'll bring up 2nd and 16.
Remind everyone our kickoffs tonight.
Yeah, brought to you by PMC Insurance. Barbera in the pistol. Play action. Throws it as far as he can down the field. Good coverage that time by Res Due. The pass was intended for Ben Guidry. Res put his hands up and got the ball to the turf. Great job there.
Yeah, that was good coverage by Due.
Play is broken up.
So now it'll be 3rd and long.
3rd and 17 for the Cardinals.
I know it's early, 6:35 to go in the opening quarter. You've got to get off the field right here if you are South Lafourche defensively.
Watch for a crossing route, backside.
Come with the hard count. Barbera with the strong side of the field to the left. Going to be under some pressure. It's a screen. It's going to be caught by Douglas, and he's going to be hit and stacked up near the original line of scrimmage. It will be 4th down, but it might be 4th and close enough now for Edie White to perhaps go for it. Tyrese Edwards was injured on the play.
4th and 9 for the Cardinals.
That was good execution. The Cardinals had blockers out there. Tarpons did a good job of getting rid of the block, coming up and make the play.
Looks like Edie White's going to go for it. They're kind of in no man's land, right? They're outside of Powell's field goal range. Maybe a little too close to punt. 4th and 9. Barbera, straight drop. Throws it to the sideline. Incomplete. So, South Lafourche will get off the field on defense, and they'll get a defensive Golden Motors first down. Tarpons got to stop with 5:46 to go. That's good to see.
Yeah, good defense by the Tarpons. Right, that was a long pass from Barbera to the wide side of the field.
Terrence Petrie was on the coverage, and even had the pass been caught, with the way the momentum of the receiver was taking him, it wouldn't have been a first down. Well, you feel that breeze, Brian?
Sure do.
Is that fall coming into our press box? As much as we complain about this rain is the reason why we're not having a hurricane next week, so can't complain too much. 1st and 10 for the Tarpons. Mack will shoot it down the seam, incomplete, intended for Pierce.
Pierce is incomplete.
A little low, but boy, he had him. He had a step.
Yeah, it was a good route by Pierce, but you just, with the rain coming down, that ball's going to be a little bit slick. I want to see how Mack can grip the ball first, as we'll see Edwards getting wrapped up, his shoulder on the sideline.
Yep. Good injury report there, brought to you by Thibodeau Regional. 2nd and 10. Strong side of the field to the left. Mack. Shoot it down the seam. Pierce got it! There's a blue boot bomb to the 35-yard line. Pitch and catch from Josh Mack to Pierce. And how about that? Big Blue in the move.
Again, another great route by Pierce.
5:26 to go in the opening quarter. The Tarpons are on the move. Mack in the gun. Inside handoff to Dardar, picking through the line, falling forward at about the 31. Gain of about 4.
Hollis's big blocker, number 60, Sawyer Wells.
Nice push from the Tarpon offensive front. Dardar just behind him, kept his feet moving, picked up 4 big yards.
2nd down and 6, 4:57 and counting in the opening quarter. Happy you're with us here. Tarpons have the strong side of the field to the right, 2 receivers that way. Mack looks to the sidelines where he's getting some direction from B.J. Young. It's Hughes and Jarvis to the right. It's Pierce and Petrie to the left. Mack gets the snap. It's a screen to Pierce. Petrie blocking for him. Cuts inside. Not a whole lot. So I think he read the blocking wrong there. Petrie was trying to block for him to go outside, and he cut back in. E.D. White was all over it, so it'll be 3rd and about 4.
Yeah, E.D. White forced that play back on the inside. Looked like Pierce could have hopefully gotten to the outside, but he went where E.D. White had help on defense.
4 down territory here for the Tarps. They're on the ball quick. Mack. This is a double pass. Petrie will throw it down the middle to Dardar. Just incomplete. So there's the first trick play of the game attempted by the Tarpons. And it falls just wide. And now it's 4th and 4.
For the Tarpons.
Put yourself in the shoes of Chris Bergeron, the EDY defensive coordinator. How many hours of sleep this week you think he lost watching trick plays and studying?
You knew it's coming sooner or later, and I'm sure Coach Young has a couple of more for tonight.
4th and 4. The Tarpons got to get to the 25. Mack will throw it to the flats to Dardar. He's not going to get there. He's stacked up. E.D. White's all over that one. They throw him for a loss back to the 32. So the Tarpons will turn it over on downs. Good gang tackling by E.D. White that time.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that was his read on there or that was just the outlet to pass the ball to.
Yeah.
E.D. White's quick to try. You know, it's going to be tough to get that play having success.
Now the Tarpon defense going to try to stand tall again with 3:56 to go in the opening quarter. Happy you're with us. You're on the Tarpon Sports Radio Network. Barbera in that triple option set. He's going to hand it up the middle to Douglas. Not much. Good job by the middle of the Tarpon defense that time, limiting him to a gain of just a few.
And what this offensive line does, we say, look, not much, it's a 4-yard gain.
That's exactly right. That's a great point.
Watch how they come off the ball so quick.
Barbera will look to the sideline. Barbera's just getting back from a spout of mono. Happy to see him back in the lineup. It's a toss this time to Guidry. Guidry's going to be hit at the line, drop for near a loss. Gain of 1 on the play that time.
Arujo.
Yep, Arujo made the stop.
That's a great job. He came, used his hands on defense, got rid of the blocker, and made a nice tackle.
So 3rd down and 5 coming up with 3 minutes to go. See, Coach Wilson was really excited after that last play. See if he's going to be excited after this play. Barbera will roll out, looking into the flats. He throws it wide open down the field, but it's overthrown. Pass was intended for Phillip Hillman, and boy, they had him, but he overshot everybody, and the Cardinals are going to punt it away. The Tarpon defense gets another stop.
Barbera settles down. He had a guy wide open in the flats.
Yeah.
And he also had a guy wide open on that little that corner route.
Now, Brian, watch this. Ty Powell, the Marshall commitment, going to punt. This one's going to hang in the air for a long time if he gets all of it. There's the snap. Powell's kick. Look at that beauty. Petrie will glide under it and pick it up on the roll at the 15-yard line, reversing his field, and he's going the wrong way. He's dropped back on the other side of the 10-yard line. We have a scoreboard update from Coach Rod. Lutcher 6, Vanderbilt 0 with 4:41 to go in the opening quarter. Thanks, Coach Rod.
Terrence tried to make something happen there, but he did a good job of catching the ball, not letting it hit and roll.
What I was about to say, what would we do on Fridays without Coach Rod? He gives us updates all over the state.
We'd have a few less scores to report.
That's exactly right. 2 straight stops for the Tarpon defense with 2:27 to go in the opening quarter.
See if we can get Coach Travis Douglas. When he's set, let us know what he's seeing down there.
Tarpons will take the field. Oh, there was a personal foul in the play on South Lafourche. That'll mark it back even more.
It's a pretty good defense, man. They got running around. Rid of some blocks and attacking at the point of attack there. Doing a pretty good job.
Thank you, Travis. They said Tarpons are firing out. But now they're in a big old hole. Got to go 96 yards. Mack will throw it down the middle to Petrie. Got the grab across the 10 to about the 12. 8-yard gain on the play.
Nate Thompson on the tackle for the Cardinals.
Again, you got to be impressed with the Tarpon, the routes those receivers are running. They get an open, and the line is giving Mack time to throw the football.
So my takeaway, as we've played now 10 minutes of this game, and I'll wait after the second down play to give my thoughts. It's 2nd and 2. Hughes in motion. Inside handoff to Dardar, trying to fall forward. I don't know that he got the first down. Maybe gained a little bit. But, Brian, this is a team that's much better than the team that got blown out against Thibodeau in the opener. The Tarpons are getting better.
Oh, without a doubt.
No gain on the play. It'll be 3rd down.
The Tarpons going to have to find a way to run the football. They just can't drop back and throw it.
Yeah, no doubt.
40 times. But they
It's
are
tough.
moving the football right now.
3rd and short. You don't want to have to punt it from here. Mack drops back, throws it to the sideline. Caught. There's a Golden Motors first down to Pierce at the 18-yard line. Tarpons just making it a little bit of a 7-on-7 game right now where they're just dropping back, some short, quick passes. That was a good pitch and catch there to Pierce. 1 minute to go in the opening quarter. E.D. White got the early score. Mack will hand it to Dardar, bouncing across the 20, picked up about 3 or 4. That's a good first down gain.
Tarpons are getting a push at times on a defensive front from the Cardinals.
37 seconds and counting, so this may be the final play of the first quarter. Ball at the 22-yard line. Petrie, Mack will throw it to Pierce. Pierce across the 25's got another first down. Hit at the sideline. That's a Golden Motors first down. Jacob Pierce. Clock will continue to run. It'll stop momentarily to move the chains. But I think they said wind it whenever they said it, so that probably would be the end of the quarter. Yep, there you go. So we played one quarter. It's 7-0 E.D. White. We'll be back in 1 minute here on the Tarpon Sports Radio Network. Let's send it down to Coach Travis Douglas on the field.
Guys, down here, the Tarpons are playing inspired football. Looks like they found something pretty good with Mack and Josh there with the quick passes. So it looks like they're taking advantage of it. O-line's firing off the ball, playing dirty. It's a good football game down here.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Coach. 1st and 10. They hand it off to Dardar, picking through the line. Not much that time. A good job by the middle of that EDY defense. For BJ, it's a bit of a dilemma, right? But as you said it a second ago, you do have to run the football, but right now it's not being effective. How do you stay patient and stay with it?
Well, yeah, that's it. You have to stay patient. Even though you get 1 or 2 yards on a run, you have to continue running the football.
Trips to the right for the Tarpons. Mack lows deep down the field. He overthrows everyone. That one falls incomplete. Now it'll be 3rd and about 10.
Yeah, Max overthrew a couple of them so far.
Coming out a little bit hot.
Want to thank Superintendent Bubba Ogeron for this score.
Whew, how about that one? Terrebonne 7-0 over Destrehan.
4:05 in the first.
I'll take it. Boy, that'd be an awesome win for Tyler Lewis and his team. 3rd and 10 here. Tarpons have Mag dropping back. Throws it down the seam, overshot Dre Hughes. He was going for him, overthrew it. And the Tarpons will have to punt it away.
See, that's tough right there. With tried to run the ball one time, and you got stuffed, and 2nd and 3rd, you overthrew them. But you still going to have to run the football. And these deep shots are going to loosen up that defense a little, even though you're not completing them right now.
So Jarvis will try the rugby kick. Here's the snap. Jarvis on the run, and he kicks it away. It's going to bounce in the 43. It's going to be returned by E.D. White and dropped to right as he caught it as Luke Zarang.
Terrence Petrie, nice coverage, hustling down for the Tarpons.
And a dangerous decision to catch that one by Luke Zarang, but he does save them some field position by not letting it roll.
You know, when the punter has the ball and you're doing that rugby style, when you run it, when do you become a runner and not a punter?
I think when you cross the line of scrimmage. Cardinals take over, 1st and 10 from their own 43. Barbera tosses it out to Guidry, looking to bounce outside. There's some Tarpons in pursuit, and he's stacked up after a gain of about 3 or 4. So good job in pursuit there by South Lafourche. I thought that Guidry was going to get more than what he got there.
Yeah, good pursuit by the Tarpons, and a good job by Guidry on offense. He wanted to turn up. He saw there was nothing, used his speed to get to the outside and picked up about 3.
So 2nd down and 7 coming up for E.D. White. They're quickly on the ball. Barbera will keep it, cutting through the hole, and he's got a 1st down. See, that's just such a good job of reading that. Boy, he pulled that ball out of the belly of the fullback Douglas at the last second.
And look, when they're running this option with the rain and the wet ball, you can expect kind of fumbles because he's reading the defense, so the back's not sure if he's getting the ball or not, and that could lead to turnovers with a wet ball.
They're in Tarpon territory from the 46. Barbera will hand it on a counter, and the Tarpons are all over it. Throw it for a loss. 47 for South Lafourche. Darrell Jones. You got to give some credit to Jeremy Wilson. That Tarpon defense is getting better, Bubba. The last couple of weeks, we've seen them really start to come together. 2nd down and about 10 and a half. Barbera looking to throw down the middle. Man, he's got a guy wide open. That's a walk-in. 85-yard, not 85-yard, number 85, Aiden Soignier on the touchdown.
That was 46 yards.
46 yards.
And look, they got everyone walked up. Terrence Petrie is one-on-one with the guy on the outside. There's no one to help Terrence over the middle, and they did a great job. E.D. White, what we talked about, you're out of position, they're going to find it. And there was no one there to help Terrence out.
So the Cardinals will send Ty Powell out to add a point to their lead after the touchdown. Powell is a Marshall commitment. Snap is a little low, but it gets down. Kick is right down Broadway. So, E.D. White gets a touchdown. They add to their lead. It's 14-0. We'll be back in 1 minute on the Tarpon Sports Radio Network. The kick is away, and it's going to be caught just at the base of the end zone, so that'll be a touchback. Tarpons will take over at the 20.
Yeah, that was actually a shorter kick. It went to the goal line.
Yeah. Petrie's toes were just into the end zone. South Lafourche has had a little success moving the football, but they have not been able to kind of break through when they've needed it most. Now down 2 scores with 9:37 to go in the opening half.
See if Coach Young has his bag of tricks here.
Trips to the right. Ball smack dab in the middle of the field. Mack will throw to the sideline. Oh, it's deflected, and that's a shame because Dre was open on the out. So it falls incomplete. Zarang knocked it down. Scoreboard update, Lutcher 13, Vanderbilt Catholic 0 to start the second quarter. Brian, you know what I'm beginning to think as we've watched now about a half of the season?
Lutcher's good.
Yeah, Lutcher's really, really good. They have blown out everyone that they have faced. They have a 2-score lead on Vanderbilt. What, you think it's going to be a hot ticket when they play these Cardinals a little later on in the year?
It'll be a good one.
2nd and 10 for the Tarps at the 20. Mack will hand it to Dardar. Nice gain. Bouncing outside. How far is he going to run? 30, 40, 45, 50, 45, 40, 35, 30. Tripped up at the 28-yard line. No flags. And how about that? Meathead breaks a long one, and the Tarpons are in good position. That's a huge gain.
55-yard run.
So the Tarpons open up a huge hole, and now they're in plus territory.
See what we're talking about, the last possession for the Tarpons. You throw the deep ball a few times, it loosens up that defense just a little.
1st and 10. Mack will hand it to him again. This time he's dropped for a loss. Good job by the EDY defense that time. That's 44 for the Cardinals. Luke Trotty. So you know what? I know it's supposed to be long pass plays, but to heck with it. That last run was a blue boot bomb for Dardar.
Why not? Of course.
That sounds like a good executive decision. 2nd down and 11. I know it's 2nd down because of that fancy pants down marker the truck got out there. It's glowing. Mack shoots it out to Dardar in the flats, gets a block, but there's defenders all over the place. And there's a late flag. That's on E.D. White. Yeah, a late hit's going to come on E.D. White. That's going to lead to a free 1st down for the Tarpons as there is an injured Cardinal. We have dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct on E.D. White. That's a rare lapse in judgment from the Cardinals. Coach Kyle is saying, look at him. He's on the numbers. He is livid. So that'll lead to a trip to the Absolute Fitness red zone for South Lafourche with the ball at the 13-yard line. $8:19 to go in the opening half. The Tarpons are trying to punch it in here. I hear one of the biggest fans, Miss Aria Petrie, screaming, "Let's go Tarpons." Trying to will the team into the end zone. 1st and 10. Hughes and Dardar in the backfield. Mack looks to the corner of the end zone, and he overshoots Petrie. Boy, everything's just been hot for Mack today. He's overthrowing a lot. He's got to settle down.
Well, I think the defense is doing a good job of, at times, holding up the Tarpon receivers.
Disrupting the timing.
Yes. Not letting them get clean routes. And when they do complete it, they are breaking away from them.
So now 2nd and 10. Tarpons quickly on the ball. Come with a hard count. EDY doesn't offer. Play clock still at 16. Still an awful lot of time. They hand it to Dardar. He falls forward to near the 10, so gain of about 2.
He'll fight for a yard.
And we have Sawyer Wells, whose helmet came off, so South Lafourche is going to get number 55, Hunter Constable, into the game.
3rd and 9 for the Tarpons.
Don't think that was a situation like in the Central Lafourche game where Sawyer's helmet got pulled off. That one, it just came off. But you have to play a big down without one of your better linemen here with 7:53 and counting in the opening half.
Yeah, you're going to have to, Jarvis, Hughes, or Pierce would have to come up with a play. They kind of almost bothered.
Yeah, they're bracketing Terrence, yeah. BJ will call a timeout. Let's go ahead and keep it here. Tarpons are at the 11. They've got to get to about the 3. Seeing bracket coverage now on number 1. Brian, how do you get some of the other guys loose with 2 guys on T?
Well, keep doing what you've been doing in that first quarter. They started off the game getting the ball to Pierce. Maybe you can get him back on the outside screen to the receiver.
Let's go ahead and thank some of our sponsors while we got a little break in the action. GIS, putting people first. Joe Septic, on call 7 days a week, 24 hours a day for all your fencing and septic needs. How about the Gin Gators? They're here to serve you and all of your power needs. And PMC Insurance, protection you could trust and the service you deserve.
And we're going to see after the game if we have any comments that the announcers are biased. And what we did, we got an E.D. White Cardinal.
That's right.
On the sideline.
That's exactly right.
And what he did, he praised the Tarpons.
Last week we had nothing but rave reviews from the South Terrebonne fans. They were super appreciative of what we did. And we expect the same tonight. 3rd and 8. Ball at the 10. Mack with the strong side of the field to the left. Jarvis is that way. They're going to hand it off to Dardar. Not much. Pretty much no gain there. So maybe the line of thinking from BJ was let's just run, get a little closer, open up more of the playbook for 4th down, but E.D. White had other plans there.
No gain on the play to be 4th down for the Tarpons.
Sawyer checks back into the game. Wonder if the Tarpons realized after the timeout he should have been able to go back in. He still missed the last play.
Right. You are correct, sir.
4th and 8. Mack throws it to the end zone for Pierce, and it's batted away, and no flag. The timing was perfect there. So the Cardinals get a turnover on downs. Evan Weber on the breakup.
That's one of the best defensive plays I've seen all season.
Yeah, there's no doubt that wasn't a flag. That was perfect timing.
There was a good throw by Mack, good route, and Weber just made one heck of a play.
And a good job being a teammate here. Pierce is kind of hanging his head. Dre Hughes walks all the way across the field, goes pick him up, says, hey, buddy, let's go. Long game. Love to see that. 1st and 10 for E.D. White from their own 10-yard line. Can the Tarpon defense work a little magic here? Barbera will hand it to Douglas. And, boy, he didn't get a whole lot. Not much at all, maybe a yard. Good job by the middle of the Tarpon defense that time, swallowing it up.
Tarpons have to be careful right here. This is a situation where E.D. White loves to run a wheel route with the back coming out of the backfield.
Tarpons are going to get Terrence Petrie into the game for Yair Torres. Is that rotation that BJ's been talking about? He said he really is comfortable with the rotation they're using. 6:30 and counting. The Cardinals deep in their own territory, 2nd and 9. It's a little swing pass out to Guidry. Guidry will cut in, making men miss across the 30, and he's going to be shoved out at the 34. That's just an athlete doing some good stuff there. Ben Guidry was the guy who was their starting quarterback after Barbera went out with mono. But, boy, they like him at that wide receiver spot, and you just saw why, because he's so dang shifty with the football.
Yeah, he made a couple of Tarpons miss. Right here, they may throw it back in, may air it out right here.
Instead, it's going to be a little jet sweep to the outside, and the Tarpons will miss a tackle. He's going to get across the 40, across the 50. How far is he going to run? Pushed out at the 36-yard line. It's number 17, Jennings. So a good 1st down gain into Tarpon territory for E.D. White. And, Brian, that one's going to burn because you had him in the backfield. 1st and 10 for the Cardinals. They come quick, and now they look to the sideline.
I'm going to keep saying, but watch 6 right here on that wheel.
They'll throw it to the sideline, timing route, and he overshot him. That one was intended for number 18, Hillman. So that's one of the old, that's like a pro-style play there. He threw it before the receiver broke, but the timing was a little off. And guess what, Brian? The band is playing neck.
Hey, now.
2nd and 10. If I were in Baton Rouge, I would be saying things that are not equipped for the air right now. Barbera hands it to Douglas. Not much. Boy, the Tarpons are stopping that dive. Give them credit. They're doing a good job. And that was 50, it looks like, on this stop. That'd be Braxton Petrie.
And Coach Wilson, I'm sure, is happy on that play. And I guarantee you Coach Lasang's okay with it, too. Because when you're running that triple option, a 3-yard gain right here, you got to keep running that dive to pull it.
3rd and 7. Barbera in the triple. Straight drop. Throws it down the middle. That's a bust. Wide open man is number 17, Jennings. And the Tarpons have a communication issue there, and it leads to a touchdown for E.D. White. As good as the Tarpon defense has been at times in this half, that was not their brightest moment. That is just a communication bust, and he got free. Nobody near him, and he walks into the end zone.
Correction of 17 on the touchdown, Braylon Jennings.
So the Cardinals will send their extra point team out onto the field. Ty Powell, number 84.
Ty Powell set the kick.
Snap is there, kick is up, and it is boomed right through. It's 21-0. Luke, let's take a 1-minute break. When we get back, South Lafourche's next possession here, down 21 on the Tarpon Sports Radio Network. Powell's kickoff is right to left, and it's going to be returned this time right at the 1-yard line. Tarpon's working it up the field and pushing right around the 20. So about the same result there. Dre Hughes will get it to about the 20-yard line.
Yeah, good return from Hughes.
So the Tarpons, again, boy, we talked about this on play-by-play, and you were spot on, my man. You're facing a good defense. How many times today have we seen the Tarpons get 3-4 first downs on a drive, but you don't score? Why? Because you got to go 80 or 90 yards every single time against these guys. That's such an advantage that E.D. White has.
Yeah, and the last drive, E.D. White goes 6 plays, 90 yards.
And we have an official timeout. I think there's something going on with the chains. Looks like there may be a knot in the chain.
Notice it's not
the down marker.
Not the down marker.
There will not be any issues with the down marker tonight. But there are some issues with the chains.
Teams would like to send a shout out to our sponsors again. R360, Mimo's Mama's Kitchen, Off the Bone, Rouse's in the Road, Joe Septic, Randolph.
We've got it sorted out.
Good to see Truck back on the sidelines.
Yeah, we got the computer stuff handled, brother. I know he wants to be on that sideline. First and 10 for the Tarpons at the 20. Mack, throw it to the sideline to Hughes. Hughes working up the field. He's hit hard, but he gets about 6 yards.
Complete to Dre Hughes.
That's when the Tarpons have had success, throwing the little dink and dunks underneath. When they've been trying to take shots down the field, the timing has been a little off.
Tackle was made by number 4, Luke Zerain.
The rain has stopped here.
Rain, go away. Second and 3. Mack hands it to Dardar, falls forward, maybe got a yard.
He with the carry, brought down by number 44, Luke Trotty.
44, Trotty on the tackle.
3rd and 2.
You know, that's something that stands out about this CDY team. We've called out probably all 11 names on the defense so far. They're all good. 4 minutes and counting.
Tarpons need to pick up a first down.
Yes, sir. Mack looks down the seam. It's going to be caught by Petrie, and he's got a first down. Golden Motors first down to the 31-yard line. So Terrence ran a little curl, and he got right across the 30. Knew exactly where he had to get.
And that was a good catch because Nate Thompson was pretty good coverage on Petrie. Tried to slap the ball out of Petrie's hands when he touched it, but Terrence did a good job of holding on.
Yep, showed some good, strong hands there. They give it to him to the 32-yard line. Meathead in motion. Mack has a clean pocket for now. Throw it off his back foot. Incomplete. Tarpons thought there was a little holding going on out there in the pass to Jarvis, but there are no flags. And bring up 2nd and 10.
That time, Edie White had pretty good coverage in the defensive secondary.
I watched it on replay. They were holding him the entire way crossing the field. Officials missed a little defensive holding there. Second and 10. Mack throws it down the middle. It's going to be caught, I think. Yep, near the 38-yard line.
Pass is complete.
And that was Petrie again. So a gain of about 6.
Pass is complete to Pierce.
Nope, they're going to say it was Pierce that caught it. My bad.
Good catch coming back on the sideline by Pierce.
3rd and 4. Matt getting his calls from the sideline. Clock becoming a little bit of an issue. 2:45 and counting in the half. Matt gets the shotgun snap. Pressure comes. Shoots it down the middle, and it's caught, but they didn't get anything out of it. So Terrence will make the grab, and a flag on the sideline, right on the E.D. White sideline at the 37-yard line, and that's an illegal man down the field on the Tarpons is the early signal. And watching it back on replay, yep, there was a lineman blocking downfield.
See what Coach Lasang's going to do here.
They're going to talk to him. It'd be either 4th and 4 or 3rd and 9. I think I would dare him to go for it on 4th down. The signal we got again is we think it's illegal man down the field on the Tarpons. But they're discussing it. Was the ball caught behind the line of scrimmage maybe? Does that matter? No, for interference, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, if you throw it behind a line of scrimmage, you can
go block. Yeah, of course. I think Terrence did catch it behind the line of scrimmage. Was he lost yards on the play? So this one may get picked up. And we have illegal man down the field on South Lafourche. Yeah, I don't understand that. When he lost yards on the play, the ball was caught behind the line of scrimmage. And now we have a timeout by E.D. White. They're going to look to preserve some time. They have declined the penalty, so we'll be 4th down. I don't know what is going on. Now they're saying, yeah, okay, he just pointed the wrong direction. Yeah, so illegal man down the field on South Lafourche, and they decline and also call a timeout. So 2:30 to go in the half. E.D. White wants to make the Tarpons punt and want to go into their 2-minute offense. If you're B.J. Young, do you punt?
I think I do. I know you're down 21-0, but
yeah, the thing that's interesting is, I mean, you're not getting the ball to start the third quarter, and they are sending the punt team out, but that doesn't mean anything. We've seen that this year.
Deep in the backfield, number 4.
It is 4th and 3. Sarang will be back deep. Jarvis gets a high snap, and he just shanks that one. The high snap, I think, bluffed him a little bit. And that one is going to be about a 7-8 yard punt. And E.D. White's going to take over at the Tarpon 46-yard line.
Yeah, Jarvis went up high and caught that ball.
Scoreboard update, late in the first half. 1 minute left in the first half. Thibodaux leads East St. John 7-0. We said on play-by-play today that's a must-win for Thibodaux, and so far so good. They're leading at 7-0. Here it's 21-0 E.D. White with the ball at the Tarpon 40-yard line. 2:23 to go. They're looking to score. And they're looking to get it after the half and do the honor again. Barbera with a little play action down the seam again. Boy, they burned him a couple times on that one. He was wide open, incomplete. They're working the middle of the field, drawing those safeties in, thinking it's a run play, and are throwing it deep down the field there. They just misconnected with Guidry, but that would have been another easy touchdown.
Yeah, that was close. He overthrew him, not by much.
It looks like there's like a late snaps, and it looks like they're moving early at times up front. Something looks a little off.
It does look off.
2nd and 10. And they'll hand it on a dive to Douglas. He'll get taken down at the 34. The clock will continue to run. 2:10 and counting. It'll be 3rd and 4. You are getting to the outskirts of the range now for Ty Powell. He has made 50-yarders in his career. This would be about a 51-yarder.
Well, Coach Lasang has no problems, I think, trying a kick right here.
Absolutely. It's another dive to Douglas. He's got the first down and more. 20. Bouncing outside. He's going to be tripped up at the 15.
Flag.
He's going to be face masked at the 15. Every official threw their flag there. That's going to be a personal foul, face mask on South Lafourche. As we have a scoreboard update from Coach Rod, Lutcher 20, Vanderbilt 0. Personal foul, face mask on the Tarpons.
Personal foul, face mask against the Tarpons.
Nothing you could do about that. You're just grabbing for anything, trying to get him down. You accidentally got the mask. But now E.D. White in prime position with 1:39 to go to try to punch one in here, 1st and goal.
Ball spotted around the 8-yard line.
Clock will run.
E.D. White in no hurry.
Yep, nor should they be. They want to drain this thing down as much as they can. Barbera looking at that play clock, realizing, frankly, that they probably got on the ball too soon. So there's still 23 seconds. Those linemen are probably saying, hey, big fella, why are you making us get in our stance for 30 seconds?
Legs start shaking.
Now at 10, he gets under center. It's a toss to the outside, looking to turn the corner, and he's in. That's number 13, Hayes Tabor. Oh, my apologies. That's 17 on the touchdown run, Jennings. So Jennings continues his big first half, and it's 27-0 Cardinals.
Cardinals, 4 plays and 40 yards in 4 plays.
We promised you in the pregame that E.D. White would be really, really good, and boy, they have lived up to the billing so far. A little bit of a slow start, but they are starting to take control. Ty Powell will kick the extra point away. Snap is there. Kick is up, and it is true. We're almost at half, so we're going to just go ahead and keep it here. But, Brian, South Lafourche had some chances, man. They got a couple of stops, pushed the ball into Cardinal territory a couple times, just haven't been able to convert, and now they find themselves in a pretty big hole.
Yeah, giving up big plays on defense, and if they can eliminate the big plays, I think it would help them. You got to force E.D. White to go, use more than 4 plays in a drive, 2 plays, or whatever the case may be.
57 seconds to go. The Cardinals will get the first possession of the third quarter. Let's see if they go ahead and let Powell do like a little pop-up kick that'd be caught at the 5-10 yard line here, just to make the Tarpons use a little bit of time returning it. And he puts it away. And it is going to be returned. Here come the Tarpons. Hughes at the 15. Uh-oh. Got a seam. There he goes. 35, 40, 45, 50. Hughes may take it to the house. 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Adios, amigo. And Dravian Hughes, 98 yards to the house.
Hey, he showed his feet when he got to the outside. There was no catching him.
98-yard return for Dre Hughes.
And boy, I know that feels good for Dre. He has been wanting so badly to break out, and he gets his opportunity there. 98 yards to the house, and the Tarpons are on the board, 28-6. Yair Torres will be on the attempt, the extra point. Jaden Lee will hold.
Yair Torres set the kick for the Tarpons.
Snap is there. Kick is up. It is right down the middle. And the Tarpons have added 7. And they trail 28-7. That's good to see. Coach Sanamo fired up. His special teams group just put 7 on the board, Brian.
Yeah, I'm not sure the Cardinals are used to covering kickoffs. It's mostly always in the end zone.
Yeah, that's a good point to consider. They haven't had to cover many. .42 seconds to go. Now you've got to cover a kick on your own because E.D. White's got some dudes at the other end as well. Tarpon special teams crew coming out on the field.
Adrian Jennings set the return for the Cardinals.
Yair will kick it away. Halftime score, Thibodaux 7, East St. John 0. Thanks, Cole. You know what's awesome? Dre just ran 100 yards down the field. Look who's out there in kick coverage.
Yep.
Here's Yair's kick. It's a little pop-up kick. It'll be fair caught at the 32-yard line by number 31 for the Cardinals. That is Evan Arsamall.
It's a good result for the Tarpons.
Yep, you'll take that. So now your defense has to keep everything in front with 40 seconds to go in the half.
Keep them in front and cover the middle.
Yep, that has been the big bugaboo. The Tarpons have had a hard time stopping those routes down the seam. Looks like they're going to come out in the gun. Barbera. They look to throw to the sideline. Timing route, wide open receiver. And he's going to just run out of bounds at the 47. So Tarpons give up a bunch of cushion, and Hillman will take it and get out of bounds. Play takes 7 seconds, down to 33 seconds on the first half clock.
Barbera has a long pass he completed.
Yep, and it was right on the money. And remember, unlike most high school teams, these guys can attempt a 50-plus yard field goal if need be. Back under center. Barbera throws it deep down the field. Oh, it's caught by number 9, Ben Guidry, and he's going to walk in. He was working on Res Due. Res was there with him, but at the last second, the Cardinals get a little separation, and boy, it didn't take them long to answer the score. It's now 34-7. Res was right there. It was a 50-50 ball. Guidry went up and played the ball beautifully. And here comes the Cardinals' extra point team. This will be Ty Powell.
Powell kicking for the Cardinals.
Snap. Kick is up, and it is good.
Extra point is good.
How many times in the last, 2 minutes have we said, hey, there's a score, let's keep it here, but it's almost halftime.
Yeah.
Halftime will never come, it feels like today. But let's go ahead and thank South Lafourche Bank, your true hometown bank since 1967. Terrio, Due, and Terrio, we make insurance easy since 1957. Advanced Eye Institute, make the right call. Get your eyes checked by Dr. Darby Chasson today. Maritime Safety Solutions, providing service to the marine industry and a variety of fire safety equipment. Dufresne Building Materials with 8 locations to serve you. Go Tarpons. Lady of the Sea General Hospital, compassionate medicine close to home. And Scott Vickner, your your personal injury lawyers.
Yeah, and again, kickoffs. I know about PMC Insurance.
We've had a bunch of them here in the first half.
Go visit Philly C. Chabert.
Got a fun score coming up for you after this kickoff. See if they kick it to Hughes again.
No, that's gone.
Yeah, Powell said, I don't think you guys are returning another one tonight. He puts that one into the stratosphere, and the Tarpons will play 1st and 10 from the 20. St. Charles Catholic leads St. James 11-7. Thanks to Coach Rod for that update. So you figure that's 8 for a touchdown and 3, or maybe 6 for a touchdown, 2 and 3.
Yeah, it could be.
Tarpons are in victory formation. This will be the final play of the first half. And there's the kneel down. E.D. White's not calling any timeouts or anything like that, so that'll take us to the end of the first half. With our score, E.D. White 35, South Lafourche 7. We missed a bunch of 1-minute breaks keeping it here. So, Luke, let's go ahead and catch up and take a 4-minute halftime break. The Cardinals out in front 35-7. We'll be back in 4 minutes on the Tarpon Sports Radio Network.
Cardinals lead.
Welcome back here to South Lafourche High School. We're going to go down to Coach Travis Douglas. Travis, take it away, my friend.
We got our assignment secretary here, TJ Boudreau. TJ, talk a little bit about the officials in the area and kind of the state of what you guys are seeing now.
Yeah, man, I appreciate you giving me this opportunity to interview and talk about football officiating in the area in general. In the Thibodeau Football Association, we've actually been pretty lucky this year. Our numbers are actually up. We got about 15 young guys coming in. We probably got 3 or 4 of those guys are going to be really, really good. You can tell the guys that are coming in are really good with football. They understand the game. We've also been lucky with our numbers because we don't have to move many football games from Friday night. We do understand and we know how important it is because a lot of our officials actually play football. So we know and understand how important Friday night football is to the area, you know, what it means to the kids, to the cheerleaders, to everybody else. So we've been lucky this year. We only moved 2 football games in the area this year, and we shouldn't have to move any more going the rest of the year. But, man, look, the schools, the administration, everybody's done a great job at working with us around that.
All right, guys. Thanks, TJ. Appreciate it. Thanks for all that y'all do for the kids in high school sports. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks to Coach Douglas for that. That was awesome to hear. And, look, man, our association's doing a good job this season. They really are. We've had some 50-50 calls, and more times than not, when you go back and watch it on the tape, they actually got them right.
Yeah, look, 0 gripes on the officials this year. I think they're doing a great job, and we talked about it after the Central game when South had all these unsportsmanlike conduct penalties. The officials have been pretty consistent now moving forward of getting that under control.
Yeah, no doubt about that. Here at halftime, it is 35-7. Boy, Brian, it was kind of a slow start to the game. E.D. White scores, and it's 7-0 for a while, and then boom, boom, boom. We had a bunch of big plays there at the end of the second quarter. The Cardinals have kind of taken control of the game. The Tarpons are fighting, but, man, it just feels like E.D. White just has a little bit more horses in the stable, so to speak.
Yeah, and look, E.D. White does a great job of, again, of taking advantage of certain defenses. And if you get one guy that's out of place, they're watching from upstairs in a press box, relaying the information down, and they take advantage of it. And what helps, you have the athletes to do it.
There you go.
That helps.
Yeah, that helps. You could have all of the scheme, all the Jimmies and the Joes. How many Super Bowls did Bill Belichick win without Tom Brady?
Yeah. I mean, look, the Tarpon coaching staff, they're doing a good job. They're getting the guys in position. Sometimes it happens, but E.D. White is just they're so well coached. It's their program, their culture from the 8th grade team on up. You can just, when you watch them play, you can see. You look at them right now, and there are different groups, offense and defense. The coaches are talking and making adjustments here. So it's
look, Brian, it's not an accident. I mean, Kyle has come on the Sports Corner several times, and he has said, if the ball is rolled out and the scoreboard is turned on, we want to beat you. And we don't care if that's 8th grade. We don't care if that's 9th grade. We don't care if that's JV. We want to beat you. And they firmly believe that instilling that winning tradition at that young age spills over. And, boy, it's hard to deny that the recipe they're cooking with right now is making a pretty damn good gumbo.
Yeah, you can't argue with their success, and it's been that way for several years now. This is not a one-hit wonder, where they've built that program up since Coach Lassang came back. Coach Chris Bazro on defense. You got 2 head coaches out there that are on each side of the ball, and Coach Lassang, he lets his coaches coach. And I'm not saying that it's different other places, but these guys are coaching, and you can see, and Coach Lassang just oversees all of it.
No doubt. Let's take another break, Luke. Let's make it a 3-minute break. When we get back, Brian and I will talk about some things happening in the world of sports this weekend. No LSU, but we got a Saints game. I actually haven't even looked at the injury report today. I'll do that. We'll study it, and we'll take a peek. It is a 35-7 E.D. White lead here at the half from Memorial Stadium. We'll be back in 3 on the Tarpon Sports Radio Network. Welcome back here to South Lafourche High School. We are at the half. It's 35-7. The Tarpons are trailing E.D. White. Let's talk about some things happening in the world of sports. The LSU Tigers are on a bye this weekend, but the New Orleans Saints are not playing Sunday, but they are playing Monday against the Kansas City Chiefs. And the injury report is just rotten. It came out today. Willie Gay not practicing 2 days in a row. Taysom Hill not practicing 2 days in a row. Cesar Ruiz not practicing. Shane Lemieux not practicing. Peyton Turner not practicing. You do get Groupie back today, so that's a good sign that he's going to be able to go. But Lucas Patrick has a groin injury. That's another one of your linemen who didn't practice today after being a full go yesterday. New Orleans is awfully beat up. Kamara's been limited both days. Cialis Fuaga's been limited both days. Demario Davis has been limited both days. It's a New Orleans team that is really, really struggling coming into this matchup with just the health.
Yeah, look, I think it's going to be a struggle, but, people look at the schedule and say, well, it's better to lose to the Chiefs than the following week to Tampa. And I fell into that trap a little bit. If you thinking that way, that's a losing franchise.
I was going to say, man, at some point you got to start winning some games.
Again, I don't know, man. I still think the Saints are a good team. They're much better than last year. It's just, like we talk about all the time, after 4 games, if you'd say you'd be 2-2, you would, okay, yeah. But when you start off 2-0, and the way you lost your 2 games, as a Saints fan, it's frustrating, but I still think some of these lesser-known receivers are going to have to step up, and you got to find a way to run the darn football.
Well, one of those lesser-known receivers got cut today. C.T. Perry. Dennis Allen apparently washed his hands. Said, you know what, I'm tired of you being hurt every week, and they move on from him. Look, if you're not available, you're worthless to the franchise, man. Like, he had been in and out and hamstring this and, groin that. And New Orleans says finally today, you know what, go be somebody else's problem.
Yeah, and I think it's a good move for him. And the next one is Miller. I think he would be the next one to go. If he can't get on the field soon, why are you keeping him around?
You know the thing that's going to turn your stomach about this? Kendra Miller was a full participant in practice today. But a lot of Saints reporters are telling us this week he might not play Monday. You know why? Conditioning. You haven't done anything all year. How can you be out of shape?
That's no.
Yeah. Anyway, Brian, we've got 24-7. How about this? Terrebonne leading Destrehan 24-7. You think Tyler Lewis and his guys are fired up, man? Boy, that's unbelievable.
Oh yes, that'd be a big win for the Tigers, and thanks to Superintendent Ogeron once again for giving us that score.
We have Lutcher 20, Vanderbilt 0. Of course, here it is 35-7. Cole told us and informed us that it is 7-0 at the half. Thibodeau leading East St. John. And, Brian, you were at Morgan City yesterday watching Central Catholic get a big win against Central Lafourche. I just can't help but shake the idea that that's one Central Lafourche is going to regret a little later on in the season not getting.
Yeah, I think so. Look, Central Lafourche is a good football team. But last night, I was so impressed, again, with Benjamin Case at quarterback for Central Catholic. He does a great job, and it's like they chased him all night, and I think they got tired in that fourth quarter. But Central needs to bounce back. They're still, if they can get that running game going again, and they actually threw the ball downfield a little last night, and they get in that rhythm on offense, I think they can beat some teams down the stretch and get into their playoffs, which is tough to do in Division I.
No doubt about that. Well, they're about ready to add the 3 minutes to the clock there at the half. So, Luke, let's go ahead and take a 2-minute break. When we get back, we're going to very quickly get Brian's comments on what South Lafourche has to do in the second half, and then our third quarter kickoff here on the Tarpon Sports Radio Network. Welcome back here to South Lafourche High School. It is 35-7 at the half. We've got about 2 minutes until we're playing ball in the third quarter. So, Brian, I'm going to go ahead and ask you, if you're B.J. Young, if you're Coach Jeremy Wilson, and you're that Tarpon coaching staff, what are you telling your boys here? What are some goals for the second half to try to maybe get back in the game? Or if you can't get back into the game, at least make sure you take some momentum into next week.
Yeah, and look, let's start with a defensive stop right here and see what kind of adjustments both teams are going to make. But get a defensive stop here, give the ball to your offense, and a little at a time. You're not going to make up these 28 points all in one play. You're going to have to just gradually get there, but it's going to start first with a defensive stop and try and get some life into your sideline and get them pumped up and see if you can ride a little emotion here in the second half.
In the college world, we've got Houston leading TCU 24-6 at the half. How about this? Michigan State on the road against number 6 Oregon at the 1-yard line right now, trying to strike first. It's 0-0 there. Syracuse leading number 25 UNLV 7-0 in the early stages. So maybe a little drama in the top 25 tonight. Although I will say this, I hate that there's now Friday night football games in the college world. That's for high school, man.
That's exactly right. That's high school. Leave it alone.
We're about 30 seconds away from the teams getting back at it. E.D. White will have the first possession. Cardinals have already retaken the field. You know, I will say this, and look, this is not a knock on E.D. White at all. They've got an unbelievable fan base. Maybe the rain scared them away a little bit. I'm a little surprised they didn't bring more tonight. That the visiting side for such a good team, only about a quarter of the way full. I thought that they would have packed it a little more than what they did tonight.
Yeah, and look, I'm going to say this now. It's a bigger stadium.
Yeah, fair enough.
So it is a decent crowd. That big stadium looks like there's not as much.
No, that's a great point. That probably is their full home crew there. That's a great point. Tarpons take the field. I can't turn the volume up on my video until they stop the rock concert. I'll get thrown off of Facebook.
Look, man, that's so ridiculous, all that stuff.
You're old, brother. You don't like that new age stuff.
No.
You do know that there's going to be a time in your lifetime where there's going to be LED lights here, and when the Tarpons score, they're going to blink the lights on and off.
Oh, yeah, and look, my last year teaching, I had Google Drive or something. I'm like, what is this? I got to learn this. Then I go work part-time stuff with the radio station. Guess what? They don't Google Drive stuff.
Yes, so sir.
My head's spinning trying to figure out all this Google stuff.
Tarpons will be kicking from left to right. It'll be Yair Torres kicking it away.
Sports Corner tomorrow morning, we're going to have area stats.
Awesome.
Up until before this week's games.
And we got quite a bit of people that are now participating. We thank them so much for that. Ball's on the tee. There's the whistle. And let's play ball. Little pop-up kick that'll be fielded at the 22 with a head of steam. Working the right side of the field. Hit hard. Hit. At the 40-yard line is number 17, Jennings. Who made the pop, Brian? Did you see?
15? 16?
16. Isaiah Duncan with the tackle. So good open field tackle from Isaiah.
That was a good hit by Duncan. I never seen him before on the field.
1st and 10 for the Cardinals at their own 43-yard line. Barbera going to hand it to Douglas. Big old hole in that dive. Driving, stacked up near midfield, but he got about 7. It's Talon Dewey on the stop.
Carter Douglas, baseball player.
Yeah, they got quite a few, man. In fact, I'll make the point because E.D. White's already on the ball. I'll tell you my point after this play. 2nd and 3. Barbera comes at the hard count. Ooh, I thought they were maybe in the neutral zone, the Tarpons were, but they don't get the whistle. Barbera keeps it this time, bouncing inside, got a first down. So the point I was going to make, you mentioned some baseball players. EDY doesn't even really do much summer baseball because of that. So many of their guys play football that Coach Plitt just says, hey, y'all just go do y'all 7-on-7, and we'll do some light stuff, some practice here and there. How about the no huddle? Cardinals are getting after it.
So the Cardinals do that motion and stop, man, I'd be dead tired.
See Army and Navy do that. Army and Navy are both 4-0 this season. As there's Barbera keeping it again on the outside. Good carry. He's hit hard, but he's dropped after about another gain of 10. And you could just see those big boys for ED White up front. I mean, you'd shout out some of the names, Bauer and 55. That would be Onkale. And let's see, 71, Blanchard, 77, Semino. 72. Well, yeah, that's Bauer. I mean, that's just some big boys, and they're moving that line of scrimmage right now. 2nd and 1. Handed off to 39. That's a new name to shout out off right tackle. He's got a big gain. Rez Due will tackle him at the 18. That is Babin on the carry. And you know, Brian, that's the thing, bro. We've seen E.D. White middle school play the last couple of years. If they do get in a position to start taking out their starters a little later on, there's going to still be some dudes coming into the game.
Without a doubt. Unbalanced look there.
They hand it off left tackle. Good open field stop by Darrell Jones. Maybe a gain of 1. So good tackle there by Darrell.
That gets me nervous all the time. Like when somebody's crosshair.
What's that? Oh. Yeah, got to do a couple of jobs at once. 2nd and 8. Barbera looking to throw, shoots it to the sidelines, going to be caught at the 10, cutting inside, dropped at the 3's number 85, Soigné. So it'll be 1st and goal. So they're at about the 5, trying to drive another score in. Barbera will hand it to Guidry on the sweep. He cuts in, nice. And he got in. If he stays outside, he would not have scored. But Guidry read the blockers very well. E.D. White goes straight down the field and punches one in. With 8:50 to go in the 3rd quarter, they lead 41-7.
And again, what they do a great job of, that offensive line, their combo blocks up front. They double team and they scrape off to a backer, and they get to that 2nd level. And their wideouts do a great job in the backs. If you're not running the ball, they get out lead blocking.
So we're going to see another extra point try from Ty Powell. Snap is there, kick is up, and it's right down the middle. 25 is the holder for the Cardinals. I want to shout him out, Jonathan Lee. So it's 42-7. Luke, we'll be back in 1 minute. Let's take a 1-minute break with the Cardinals adding 7 to their lead on the Tarpon Sports Radio Network. After Ty Powell allowed a kick return for a touchdown, and I think he decided, no more returns today. That one was kicked almost out to the scoreboard out there. And it'll be 1st and 10 for the Tarpons at the 20.
All right, we have Bear says she's buying lunch for everybody.
Oh, boy.
So 1st and 10. Tarpons have it at the 20-yard line. Mack will throw a timing route to Hughes. Boy, that ball was thrown well before Hughes broke, and he still was able to turn and catch the ball. Gain of about 9. Really pretty timing route there.
The defensive back kind of turned his back to the ball there. If he'd have stayed in position and looked at the ball, that could have been an interception.
So Dre continues to have a pretty nice day. Of course, he had a 98-yard kick return for a touchdown. 2nd and 1. Edie White showing a little run blitz. It's the snap. They handed to Dardar. Big gain. All across the 35. Drop to the 38. And that is a Golden Motors first down. Last kickoff, by the way, was brought to you by PMC Insurance. That is a Golden Motors first down to the 39-yard line.
Big block right there, number 62, Carter Callais.
So 7:55 to go in the third quarter. Handed to Dardar again. He's going to fall forward, get about 3 across the 40 to the 42.
Good push up front by the Tarpon front. Bennett Bourgeois, Bo Georges, Carter Callais. On this side, Sawyer Wells and Maurice Delight. They're working hard up front for the Tarpons. That's a good push.
2nd down and 6 for Big Blue. Looking to maybe get their first offensive touchdown of the game. Beathead flanked out in motion. He'll catch it in the flats. No, he won't catch it in the flats. It's low. Incomplete. Sailed a little wide.
Tarpons ran that play a couple of times. They are yet to hit on it.
Yeah, the timing's just been a smidge off, hasn't it?
And look, you're trying to get the ball to meathead out in space. Not a bad idea.
Third down and 6. Mack shoots it deep down the field. Boy, yeah, I was about ready to say. I thought the defensive back got there a little early. He's going to be flagged for it, Evan Weber. And that is going to be a penalty, Golden Motors first down, on a pass intended for Pierce.
That'll be a 15-yard penalty.
So the Tarpons will be in plus territory.
Almost a spot foul. Look what he's spotting that ball.
Yeah, all the way to the 38. Mack in the gun, 4-receiver set. Play action, shoots it down the middle behind Petrie. He had him. Threw it a little behind him, and it falls incomplete.
Yeah, Petrie was open right over the middle. Ball was just thrown a little bit behind him.
Now it's 7 minutes exactly to go in the third quarter. Tarpons will play a 2nd and 10. Cheerleaders chant, an offense chant. Mack throws it to the sideline to Hughes. That same old route that they ran a second ago. A little curl, gain of about 7 or 8. Dre a little slow getting up. Kind of took a helmet and it kind of landed on his hand a little bit. We'll see if Hughes is okay.
Yeah, he took a hard hit.
He's in some pain. It is 3rd and 2, gain of 8. So he doesn't want to talk to the trainer. He's trying to avoid that as he wants to stay out there, but he's going to have to miss a play or two. 3rd and 2 coming up. And BJ will call a timeout.
Timeout, Tarpons.
6:17 to go in the third. Brian, you know what we love about these early October games?
No, you go trick-or-treating?
No more heat and humidity timeout, brother.
Yes, indeed.
We just straight roll through it.
Like it.
3rd and 2 for South Lafourche out of the timeout. Looking for Hughes. He's right back in that offensive huddle. He said, you know what?
We need to congratulate Miss Erin Freelander.
Yeah?
Correct. Assistant principal.
Oh, congratulations. I didn't realize.
Yes.
Wow, congratulations.
Very good choice.
Yeah.
So congratulations.
That was named today?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, man. We're going to have to also give Ken a pat in the back. You know, the family
Correct.
legacy continuing.
Correct.
3rd and 2. Mack will roll out to the right, lower the shoulder, and he got it. Yes, he did. Golden Motors first down. So a really good second effort there by Mack after first contact, getting him the first down. And the Tarpons were on the move, approaching the Absolute Fitness red zone. Ball at the 26-yard line. Play action, throws it to Jarvis.
Oh, what a catch.
Jarvis will fall forward. He maybe gets to the line of scrimmage. Yeah, he loses a yard. Good open field tackle by E.D. White that time. And you're right, it was a very good catch. The ball was a little behind him.
I want to thank Mr. Sean Sheremy listening in. Maritime Safety Solutions.
Awesome.
One of our sponsors.
Second and 11 here for the Tarps. Ball on the right side of the field, trips that way. They'll hand it to Meathead, picking through the line, bouncing outside, inside the 25. Breaks a tackle near the first down sticks.
Effort.
Yeah, Meathead with another big run, and he might have a Golden Motors first down. Let's see. Yep, they're giving it to him. Move the chains into the Absolute Fitness red zone. So you figure Dardar had a 50-something yarder. And now he has about a 12. So he's approaching 100 tonight.
Looks like he's holding his shoulder a little bit.
We'll keep our eyes on that.
Great vision also on that play by Meathead.
Hughes in the backfield with him. Mack looking to throw to the corner of the end zone. Touchdown! That is a blue boot bomb completed to Pierce. And South Lafourche will add 6 points on the pitch and catch from Josh Mack to Jacob Pierce. Boy, that was a beautiful throw, Brian.
Yes, it was. And Pierce went up and grabbed that ball under heavy pressure from the Cardinals.
With 4:38 to go in the third quarter, South Lafourche gets a touchdown reception. Little back shoulder throw there to Pierce, who continues to do some good things. Yair Torres will attempt the extra point. Jaden Lee to hold. There's the snap. The kick is up, and it's right down the middle. So the Tarpons shave 7 off of the deficit. E.D. White's still up big, but the Tarpons are fighting. It's 42-14, 4:38 to go in the third quarter. We'll be back in a minute on the Tarpon Sports Radio Network. Yair Torres has the ball in the tee, and he kicks it away. Pop-up kick that will be fielded at the 28-yard line, working up the field, and hit and dropped across the 40 is number 4, Luke Zarang. So the Cardinals will have good field position.
Yeah, if you're the Cardinals, you got to love this field position you get.
Yeah, the Tarpons just don't have that big leg to bomb it down there like E.D. White does.
Tarpons go 10 plays, 80 yards. Ends in a touchdown pass from Mack to Pierce.
A little run, a little pass. And now the Cardinals will retake the field. Grant Barbera in that triple option set. Tosses it out to the right side. Big old gain, my goodness. All the way to the outside. Is he going to be able to house it? Peter trying to tackle him. And he's going to go down at about the 7-yard line. That is number 17, Jennings. Jennings has had a huge game today for E.D. White. Catching passes, running those sweeps.
About a 55-yard run.
And the Cardinals' offensive engine continues to churn. It'll be 1st and goal from the 7. See if Barbera puts it in the belly of Douglas here on a dive. Yep, he sure will. Douglas is going to drive forward. He didn't score, but he got a lot closer. Got inside the 5 to about the 2.
Douglas, the ball carrier on the play, will pick up a couple yards. 2nd and goal for the Cardinals.
3:48 to go in the 3rd quarter. E.D. White trying to add some insurance. They're already in control. And they'll hand it up the middle, and he gets in. So that is Carter Douglas scoring a touchdown, that time of the 2-yard variety. And E.D. White answers South Lafourche's score going straight down the field with 3:31 to go in the 3rd.
Three plays, 58 yards.
This is an E.D. White team, Brian, that when they made their run to the state championship game a couple years ago, Kyle Lasang would be the first to tell you that was on the backs of their defense. Their offense was not very explosive. Well, guess what? It's explosive now. They have certainly fixed a lot of things there. As Ty Powell will be getting ready to kick it away. And he bangs it through. And it's 49-14. Luke, we'll be back in 1 minute. E.D. White adds 7 to their lead. It's 49-14 Cardinals on the Tarpon Sports Radio Network. Welcome back. Here it is 49-14. E.D. White out in front of South Lafourche. Here's Powell's kick. It's a line drive kick. That's going to go into the end zone. So as a touchback, I didn't know if it had gone out of bounds, but it does sneak into the end zone. How about this? Terrebonne 24, Deskerhan 7. The Tigers continue to hold that lead thanks to Coach Rod. Also, Coach Rod tells us St. James leads St. Charles Catholic 14-11. Coach Rod also tells us Vermilion Catholic 28, Riverside Academy 14. Tarpon offense trying to build a little confidence facing that E.D. White defense. They went down the field and scored the last time. Hughes and Dardar both in the backfield. Here's the snap. Mack has plenty time. Shoots it down the middle. Intercepted. Luke Zarang picked it off. How far is he going to run? He's got a wall of blockers. He's inside the 10. He's lowering his shoulder, and I think he got in. Yes, he did. That is a pick 6. Petrie was there. The ball was just a little overthrown, and Luke Zarang steps under it. And Mr. Callais, we are now in running time, sir, as the Cardinals get a pick 6 to add to their lead.
That was a 35-yard pick 6. That time Mac kind of just let the receiver a little too much. Had a good route, just let him a little bit too much.
Powell's kick is good. We just took a 1-minute break, so we'll keep it right here. Brian, now that we're in the running time portion of this game, there's not going to be a tremendous amount of snaps left. Hey, how about this, Big Fave? Thank you so much, buddy. Big Fave listening. He gives us a scoreboard update. Holy Cross 7, Jesuit 0 at the half. Big Fave, hello, somebody. Thanks so much for the scoreboard update.
Oh, I got the wrong score here.
56-14.
Yeah, I had 49. I said, Casey, you added wrong. But
never doubt the play-by-play guy, right?
You learn. I learn.
No, the next time that I'm good at math will be the first time. The clock should start on the whistle. And Big Fave is listening. He gave us a shout-out. Hope you're having a wonderful weekend, brother. Go Cowboys. I noticed you didn't second that sentiment, Brian.
I will not. I don't think Big Fave would second that.
Oh, no, Big Fave's a big Cowboys fan.
Is he?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Oh.
Well, you think we get along, yeah.
Oh.
There's Pyle's kick. And it'll go into the end zone. I don't know that they got the memo that it's supposed to be running time. The clock didn't start on that kickoff.
They got one official there that's going to guarantee the clock is going to start.
Yep. As the Tarpons take the field. Yep, the message has just been relayed to B.J. Young, I think. Yep, there you go. They'll roll it. 1st and 10. Mack shoots it to the sideline. Oh, my goodness, nearly intercepted again. Quinn Sternfeld's jumped the route that time.
Yeah, Sternfeld's had a great jump on the ball.
And that one fell incomplete. Three minutes and counting. In the third quarter. Trips to the right. Now quads to the right. Meathead goes out there. Mack throws it deep down the field. Turnaround. Oh, it's dropped. They had Jarvis wide open. By the time he realized the ball was coming, it was on him, and he couldn't corral it. But, boy, that could have been a big play for the Tarps.
Yeah, he kind of got turned around in his route and tried to adjust to the ball. Almost came up with a pretty good catch. That was difficult when he got turned around.
2:20 to go in the third quarter, the rolling clock. E.D. White's going to improve to 4-1 tonight. Mack shoots it down the seam. Petrie has one dropped. So a couple of drops there by the Tarpons, and that'll lead to a 3-and-out punt.
Now, look, that right there, the defender jumped right in front of Terrence as the ball was getting there. That would have been a difficult one to catch.
Yep, just obstructed the view a little bit, I think. Jarvis will get away one of those rugby kicks. I think what we're going to see now in the next E.D. White possession, we're probably going to see some clean jerseys. So we're going to do our best to shout out some of those guys that may be new into the game. Jarvis with the rugby kick gets it away. It's a pretty good kick. Let it roll, and it will take a Tarpon roll. Good job, Jarvis. That's a heck of a punt. That ball is going to roll all the way to the 41-yard line. Tell you, Brian, it's not the most aesthetically pleasing punt to watch, but Jarvis gets it down the field. And this is where the running time really shortens the game. The clock's still rolling. By the time these teams retake the field and all that, it's going to almost be the end of the third quarter. And the Cardinals are going to get some of their reserves into the game. Looks like number 11, Owen Blanchard, will be the new quarterback. Number 39, Landon Babin, will be the fullback. So Blanchard in that triple set. He hands it to Babin, and he's smothered. That tackle for a loss brought to you by the Terry L. Hunter III Foundation. That's Darrell Jones.
Assisted by John Ferreira.
Good job by the Tarpon defense. EDY will have to run another play in the third quarter. There's a 1 second difference between the clocks. Second and 11. Dive again. Tarpons are there again. Good job by the defense that time. I see 44 there. Also 91. 44 would be Tucker Dalton. 91, John Ferreira. And another loss of a yard brought to you by the Terry L. Hunter III Foundation. And, Luke, that's the end of the third quarter. So let's take a 1 minute break. There's 1 quarter to go here from Galliano. It's 56-14 ED White. We'll be back in 1 minute on the Tarpon Sports Radio Network. Welcome back here to the final quarter. ED White up big, 56-14. Cardinals playing a 3rd and long. Looks like Blanchard will be in the gun. Or a pistol. Tarpon showing a little blitz. Flushed out of the pocket. We'll get it out to the flats. Babin has got it. 50-45, tackled at the 38. So 39, Landon Babin makes the play. And it is another first down for the Cardinals. Yair Torres on the stop. Where are we next Friday, Brian? Vanderbilt? At Vanderbilt?
I think it is.
I think it's at Vanderbilt, yeah. Terriers are getting beat by Lutcher right now. No shame in that. But it'll be another tough one for South Lafourche. 1st and 10 here. It's a toss to number 20. That is Bourgeois. Bourgeois making men miss, and he's going to be still driving near the first down sticks. Gets about 8 or 9. Christopher Bourgeois on the carry.
Tackle made by number 32, Trent Goday.
Goday on the stop for South Lafourche.
2nd and 2 for the Cardinals.
This has been a very clean game. Not many penalties. We had unsportsmanlike, a couple of them, one on each team, and
Tarpons have done a good job.
Not many penalties.
ED White's done a good job. You're right, and that's the reason why we're looking at like a 2 hour and 10-minute game. 2nd down and 2. Inside handoff, big old hole, driving near the 20. That's 27 on the handoff, Owen English. So a good gain.
The ball carrying the play. Tackle made by number 50, Braxton Pete. It'll be a first down for the Cardinals.
So the Cardinals are on the move as that clock grinds down. Still firing out even with those reserves in there. And I think, no flag. I thought the Tarpons jumped into the neutral zone. The officials disagreed. Play clock down to 1, and ED White's going to take a delay game or a timeout? So timeout for the Cardinals, and
Timeout, Cardinals.
I think there was maybe a little bickering going on whenever the flag didn't fly, which led to the timeout. Let's go ahead and thank our sponsors for allowing us to be here today. Golden Motors, where price is priority. Absolute Fitness, a health and fitness center open 24/7, 17092 West Main Street in Cutoff. State Bank and Trust Company, banking you can count on, member FDIC. Thibodeau Regional Health System, a leader in bringing the latest and best technology to our region. And you guys at Duck Fab, from custom metal fabrication to commercial, municipal, residential, and HVAC ductwork. Visit Duck Fab today.
Yeah, visit Sean Jeremy. Tell him you came for the Fun Finder Special.
Oh, that's your camping buddy, huh?
Yeah.
Brian, it's almost camping season.
That's what he texted Jern a little while ago, that perfect weather to go camping. Vermilion Catholic 35, Riverside 21.
Terrebonne's not happy about that. They have played Riverside this year. They want the PowerPoint. 1st and 10 for E.D. White here from the Tarpon 20. They're up big with the running time, 9 minutes roughly to go in the fourth quarter. It's the toss. Tarpons are there. Got him for a
loss.
Darrell Jones throws number 39, Landon Babin, for a loss. Tackle for a loss brought to you by the Terry L. Hunter III Foundation.
6-yard loss on the play.
Reminder, we got the Sports Corner tomorrow from 10 to noon. Boy, I've had a busy 24 hours, Chief. I had to go to New Orleans for 2 separate shows yesterday.
You complained to the wrong person.
I'm not complaining.
Just throwing that out there.
I'm not complaining. I just said I had a busy day. I love what I do. 2nd down and 17. They'll roll out. They got a man wide open, and it's going to be caught, I think, at the 1-yard line. Is that 81? 81 on the grab for E.D. White. Hemel tackled at the 1. They hung it out there. I thought maybe there'd be too much air under the ball, but a great catch by Hemel.
Luckily, they had enough air under the ball because Hemel was turned around. He actually turned to the inside, had time to turn back to the outside to make the catch.
So the Cardinals will play 1st and goal with 8:07 and counting. And this is what we were talking about earlier in the game. Like, they could put their backups in until the cows come home. All of their kids are good. Man in motion, inside handoff. I think the Tarpons stopped them. Yep, good job by the middle of the defense, keeping them out of the end zone.
You know, and look, the Cardinals are up big, and they're still throwing the football because that's who they are. They're not going to stop doing what they're doing. That's why they're successful. You're not putting the second team in just to run the football.
Yep, no doubt. Getting in some realistic reps. Clock grinding inside of 7 minutes and 30 seconds. In what should be a pretty sharp fourth quarter. It's the inside handoff. I don't think he got in. Tarpon's middle stopped him again. I think it might take the quarterback keeping one for them to score it, Brian, as everybody's pinching in on that dive. And there is a flag on the play. I think it came in late, so did somebody say a magic word? Let's see.
They're pointing to the Cardinals, so Tarpons are.
We have dead ball and sportsmanlike conduct on EDY. That ain't going to make Coach Lesang happy.
No, not at all.
And the young man who's the perpetrator is already out of the game. So it'll be 3rd and goal now from the 16. That greatly improves the Tarpons' odds of maybe getting off the field here. As that clock continues to run, 6 minutes to go. Play clock hasn't even started yet. Now it gets rolling. 3rd and goal. Blanchard under center. Toss it out to the right side. Tarpons had him near the line of scrimmage. He breaks free, bouncing to the outside. There's a flag on the play. There's going to be a hold on E.D. White on the block, but number 20, Christopher Bourgeois, got in. This is going to come back. There was a hold. A wide receiver had a hold of the jersey. And, Brian, I got to tell you, that's a penalty that Coach Lasang and them are going to watch back on tape. That's one you could live with. Just a receiver blocking a little too hard. You could live with a few of those.
Yeah, just being aggressive.
But it is going to come back on a hold.
Penalty against the Cardinals.
Ball now at the 14-yard line, but it happened down the field.
Same play to the other side.
3rd and goal.
And with these penalties and the referee discussions, that clock is drained down. 4:40 now to go in regulation. Brian thinks it's a toss to the left this time. Let's see. Nope, they're going to look to throw down the middle, and it's intercepted. The Tarpons are going to run it out of the end zone. Res Due, he's going to be tripped up at the 9-yard line. But a good job by Res getting a pick in the end zone, and the Tarpons got to stop. Attaboy, Res. Now we'll see if the Tarpons can work a little magic in their final drive, make it a little closer. We know E.D. White's going to get the win here, but maybe build a little confidence for the road. It'll be 1st and 10. Tarpons in the gun. They've still got all their guys out there. Inside handoff to Dardar. Big hole. Bounces outside. How far is he going to run? Across the 20, driving to the 25, dropped at the 27. So big old gain for Meathead. And, boy, I got to tell you, at the end of this day, it might end up being another 100-yard day for Meathead. Just doing the sheer math, he's had a couple of 20-yarders. He's had a 57-yarder.
That's about a 19 right there, I believe.
Yep.
1st and 10.
Tarpons quickly on the ball. Meathead flanked out. Mack looking to throw to the sideline. Got him wide open. Jarvis. That is a Golden Motors first down to the 42-yard line. Pitch and catch of about 13. Good little timing route. Clock continuing to run. The officials are adding a little time to the play clock. Ball at the 41. Mack. Inside handoff to Dardar. Driving across midfield. He's down to the 42. So a gain of about 18, and now there's no doubt he's over 100 yards for sure now. He may have already been, but that's 2 straight 20-yard runs on the drive. Tarpons with 2 minutes to go, trying to get into the end zone one more time.
Dardar, he's tired, boy. He's running hard right here.
Mack throws it as deep as he can, looking for Hughes. Just overshot him, Dre had a step. But good coverage also by E.D. White.
That was not a bad pass by Mack right there. He had just overthrew him a little bit. But again, the backs from E.D. White do a good job of just stopping the Tarpons out of their routes.
Yep, they're not going to let you just run in a straight line down the field. They're going to do some things to disrupt you. Legally, by the way. They're not holding or anything. They're just disrupting that timing. 2nd and 10 with 1:17 to go. Mack throws it to the sideline. Petrie's wide open at the 15. Cuts inside near the 13. He goes down. So the Tarpons have another first down, and I think B.J. Young calls a timeout. Yep, B.J. calls a timeout with 59 seconds to go. So the Tarpons say, you know what? We're facing a Goliath here. Let's go ahead and try to score it one more time. Build a little confidence for next week with Vanderbilt Catholic.
Yeah, anytime you get a chance to score, take it.
Yep, no doubt about it. E.D. White has flexed their muscles today. They have shown why they are one of the contenders in Division II Select. The boys South Lafourche has had some pretty good moments today, too. They played okay at times, just ultimately too many big plays allowed. 1:03 to go for the Tarpons to try to punch it in. They are now in the absolute fitness red zone. That last pass was a blue boot bomb.
Just to let everybody know, our band will be performing as soon as the game is over.
1:03 to go.
Vermilion Catholic 42, Riverside 21, 39 seconds left in the third quarter.
You know what I take from all those scoreboard updates there? Vermilion Catholic's really good. As we know what Riverside is, that's a heck of a team. 1st and 10 for the Tarpons. They got Meathead and Hughes in the backfield. Mack flushed out to the right. Throws it to the end zone, and it's nearly picked off.
Good play by Landon Jarvis.
Yep, he broke that one up, didn't he?
Yeah, if not, that would have been an interception.
So he turned into a defender there. The clock will continue to run. The Tarpons are up against the clock, 43 seconds and counting.
Pass is broken up by number 15, Quinn.
So if for nothing else, it's a chance to kind of rep your situational 2-minute offense here with the clock running. Matt gets off the snap. Looking to the corner. He's got a man, and it's incomplete. And a flag comes out.
Oh, man.
A late flag comes out.
Owen Porsche on the coverage.
The clock's going to continue to run. The Tarpons are probably going to just get an untimed down here because the clock will expire. It is pass interference. The clock does stop with, they're going to add some time. 16 seconds put on it.
Should the clock really stop?
That I don't know. Unless a BJ called timeout, which he very well may have.
Yes. I think he did.
Yeah, I think he did. Yeah, that's their answer to our question. A lot of fans making a break to the exits. And understandably so. I'm going to get a chance to go speak with Coach Lasang in just a minute. Also going to try to grab Coach Young.
I know what that means.
What does that mean?
We picking up the equipment again.
Oh, get out of here.
What they do here, Casey?
Find one in the end zone for a touchdown.
Be a good call.
He's in the slot, flanked out to the right.
See if E.D. White comes with pressure out here.
I know one thing we're not doing, and I don't know why, and it's playing football. Everybody's on the line, but it looks like the officials aren't ready. Oh, they're figuring out the down. It's second down. The down marker had.
Well, you can't blink truck giving us a home field advantage.
He's once called the coin toss for us.
Correctly. Won the toss.
E.D. White's going to get the win here. The Tarpons are trying to just get a touchdown for the road. They are inside the 10-yard line. It is 2nd and goal from the 8. Three to the left, 3 receivers to the left. That is 1 to the right. The 1 to the right is Dre Hughes. It is 2nd and 3. Is that what they were debating? Look, they got both sticks out. That's what it was. Not 2nd and goal. That was the conversation. Mack looks to the end zone. Incomplete.
Pass is incomplete.
And it'll be 3rd down.
Owen Porsche once again on the coverage.
And that's the end of the game with the running time. So, E.D. White will get a 56-14 win over South Lafourche. Brian, we're going to get some final thoughts here as the Cardinals take care of business on the road. Luke, let's take a 2-minute break. When we get back, our post-game show with the Cardinals getting a big road win over the Tarpons here on the Tarpon Sports Radio Network.